I'm in a really beautiful place in my life right now. And I wouldn't have been able to get here had I not went into my journey. And my journey was finding myself, knowing myself, learning myself, which means I had to become sort of like an auditor of my own life. I had to become the supervisor of my own life. I had to shadow myself. I had to shadow my thoughts. I had to shadow my beliefs. I had to make sure that every given moment I was not creating chaos through my thoughts. And the way that I did that, man, I've been on this journey for a long time. And the way that I did that was by setting alarms to remind myself to be present, was by setting an alarm to remind myself to get into joy, which really sucks if you think about it, because why do we have to remind ourselves to be joyful? It's inherent. You should already automatically be that, because that is our divine true nature. That's your true nature, is joy, by the way. So I had to set up a system in my world to help me stay clear. And that included eating properly. That included nature walks, hiking, getting involved with things like yoga. I became a yoga teacher because I loved yoga so much. That's a whole nother story. Yoga literally puts your body in divine oneness with all things. It's literally acid. It's so beautiful. But this life that we're living, I'm just over here propped up. This life that we're living is very tricky because you're born into sin so that you can live again. You're literally the divine coming into human form to rediscover yourself, to rediscover your divinity. And sometimes that does require you to go through challenging things. It requires you to face yourself in limitation. It requires you to face yourself in abuse. It requires you to face yourself in things that are not necessarily harmonious. Because in order for you to have the full experience, the full human experience, in order for the divine to, it has to know itself in all aspects. And that is literally for everyone. You have to know yourself in all aspects, which means you have to know your shadows. You have to know all the fucked up parts of you so that you can love it back into unity, back into oneness. Because that is how you get to the space where you are in complete bliss and peace and harmony, and life opens up like a blue sky with sunshine. Baby, the world becomes your oyster. And the reason why is because you found the pearl within. You found the wisdom within. But the only way to do that is to get curious, to ask questions, to challenge your reality. You have to. And it's so funny because, you're taught never to question. Don't question things. Don't question God. Don't question this. Don't question that. I was a questioner ever since I was little. I grew up religious and I asked questions when I was a tiny girl. And I used to get in trouble at church for asking questions. Like, but how? But what? I've always been that. And so it was not hard for me as an adult to question my reality and dive into all the parts that did not feel like it was meant to be for me. Abuse, lack, so much darkness. I knew it wasn't a part of my reality. I knew this could not be it. This can't be it. So I kept searching and I kept asking myself every single day, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And the great I am answered, my life has never been the same.